Hello everybody, my name is Lakin, and finally, welcome back to Trash Games Tuesday, the show where we play free and sometimes paid games to find out if it's trash or treasure. Essentially, it's a review show, and most of the time, it's based off of first impressions. This week, however, is not based on first impressions, since we're doing the ever-controversial Magic the Gathering Arena, a game I put about 10 hours into recently, ever since getting into Magic the Gathering a couple of months ago. I call this controversial for a couple of reasons, the main being the monetization, which, trust me, we are going to talk about it. But of course, before I get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and comment down below any games you'd like me to do next. Now let's talk about Magic the Gathering Arena. And don't mind my deck in the background, I love me some Cancerous Angels. Now, normally when we evaluate games, we talk about gameplay and art direction / music as separate categories. When necessary, as it ever is these days, we also talk about the monetization and whether it's good. These are the three main factors we use to evaluate our games, so let's talk about the gameplay of Magic the Gathering Arena. Now, of course, if you need to get your Magic fix in, it's good. It plays, it looks nice, it plays well, it feels good, and it's Magic, man. There's nothing to complain about. There's lots of different modes. It doesn't have Commander, which kind of sucks because I would love Commander in this. And it all looks and feels good, as I said. You know, sound effects, all that. We'll talk about that in the next section, though. But there is one major caveat. I don't know if you guys knew this, so I'm about to blow the whistle on this a little bit. Magic the Gathering Arena is not true random. I was shocked when I found this out because I'm like, why would it not be true random? The reason is because they're trying to compete with Hearthstone. And here they're essentially trying to mimic the gameplay flow of that and just make it work smoother. And yes, I'll agree, it does work. The game plays really smooth. You almost never have to mulligan, but at the same time, it's suspicious. And I feel like you're taking a lot away from Magic if you remove the true random. So yes, like I said, it plays like Magic, it looks like Magic, but on the back end, no, this is not authentic Magic the Gathering. Which really sucks because I just wish that Wizards of the Coast had courage to try something new here. You know, Hearthstone works because it's Hearthstone. People are here to play Magic the Gathering, and they want Magic the Gathering. You don't have to mimic Hearthstone for people to like the game. But alas, this is what we got. As for the other bits of the gameplay, you're given lots of starter decks so you can avoid the confusion of building decks for a while. There's a really good tutorial that teaches you how to play the game. All the starter aspects of this are really good and make it really easy to get into. And for the deck builder, I feel like this is about as simplified as they could have made it, but when you have this many cards going into a deck, really it's going to end up being a little bit cluttered and confusing no matter what you do, and you're going to be pretty lost unless if you have a general idea of specifically what you're putting into it. This is a problem that obviously happens in real life too. You really can't build a Magic deck unless if you know what you're putting in or you at least have some knowledge. The filtering system here is really good, and I feel like I said, it makes it as streamlined as it could possibly be. I've really enjoyed building decks, putting them together in this game, testing out new strategies and such, but it is really hindered by the monetization, which we'll talk about later. First, of course, we're going to talk about the art direction, which is great. You know, all the card art is good. It's just like it is in real life. Sound effects are good. Music is good. The UI design is good. It's never confusing. And really, everything here is great. I don't have any qualms with the art direction, sound effects. Like I said, the sound effects make the cards more satisfying to play and stuff. It's pretty great. And the music never got annoying and repetitive. They've done pretty good with the music here. And now let's talk about the biggest problem, which is the monetization. You can get gold for packs at a fairly reliable pace, but the thing is, if you want to actually get anything, you're going to have a completely different problem here. You're either going to have to get wild cards, which are going to take you forever or a lot of money to get, or you're going to have to open packs. And I've never been able to get behind this at all, because the thing is, why spend packs on fictional cards? You could just buy real Magic cards at this point. But it seems like they know that if you're playing Magic the Gathering Arena, you probably don't have people to play Magic with in real life, and they're feeding on that. They're charging you for digital card packs almost what you would pay for them in real life, which is just absolutely inexcusable. The microtransactions are just really predatory in the way that you'll almost never be able to come across packs unless if you spend money. And let's not forget, this has been an absolute staple on the series, something I always shit on every single time. This game has a battle pass. And can you imagine that? A battle pass in a card game. I mean, I scoffed out loud when I saw it, and I was just kind of like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this does not need to be here. You're just jumping on a trend and trying to make more cash. The battle pass just has a bunch of bullshit in it. It's basically nothing good. But just from the fact that the monetizations here are digital card collecting, you know, it's like basically on the same level as NFTs. It's just really stupid, and it stopped me from building a lot of decks that I want to, because I'm just like, oh, I either need to have a wild card or I need to pull it from this pack, and I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to grind long enough to get the pack, certainly not, and I'm definitely not going to pay for it. Then again, I'm just a devout hater of digital cards. Like, there's no reason you wouldn't just buy real ones. But who wouldn't be a hater of this? I mean, you should be. If you aren't, you should be, okay? They're finding new excuses to extort you for money every single day. We gotta put a stop to this ridiculousness. But anyway, my final review of Magic the Gathering Arena, of course, the monetization is trash, the gameplay is good, and everything else about it is fine. It's really just the monetization that brings this down. So far. So far. If you enjoyed this episode of Trash Games Tuesday, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment down below games you want me to do next. It can be paid or free, I don't care. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.